Knick fans, welcome to another episode of Delusional Knick Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. Ladies and gents, the win streak continues. 3 wins in a row against the defending champs. Literally demolish 38-point victory, 132-94. And yes, this game was without Steph Curry, without Iguodala, without Andrew Wiggins, but just like all the other wins that we got against these players and their superstars being out, Charlotte with LaMelo Ball out, and these other teams, a win is a win in my books, regardless of who played. It's not our fault that we have the Iron Men with Brunson, pretty much our starting five, continuously playing through injuries. Grimes even had a sprained ankle and came back and made sure we got the W. That's how resilient our New York Knicks are. Let's kind of jump into this game. I knew Jordan Poole was going to get his, but I wanted to make an effort of my Knicks to defensively lock him down to make a statement. This was a statement game for me. This is the defending champs. They pretty much are top in the league in efficiency. So I figured, hey, let's see how the greatest defense in this 8-game win streak against one of the greatest offenses, see what occurred. Yes, certain players wasn't there, but still, Poole had a 42-point game the other night against Toronto. So, and they won. So he could have easily came in and got hot and led them. But that did not occur because of Mr. Quickley Brunson, who could be Defensive Player of the Year. He has the #1 defensive rating as an individual player during his starting lineup reign. So let's continue with that. Definitely, let's continue with that. I do want to bring up very important stats going on during this win streak. So the New York Knicks are #1 in defensive rating in this 8-game win streak. They are #2 in the point differential rating. Their opponent's field goal percentage, Knicks are ranked second. Our opponent's three-point percentage, we're ranked first. And opponent's three-pointers made, the Knicks are ranked first. As far as defense, whew, come on, Tibbs. Did I expect this? I didn't. I was ready. I had the pitchforks in. Tibbs got to go because we was losing games. And I knew we had the ability to win these games. A lot of these games we was losing because of defense. So I questioned. I said, Tibbs, you're the defensive guru, sir. That's what you was born to do. That's what you was molded. You didn't see the darkness until you was a man. So I'm questioning that. But two simple moves got us here on an 8-game winning streak. And I say two simple moves, but it's more complicated than that. The insertion of Grimes and Deuce on that first line of defense, they are canceling dribble penetration with whoever's bringing that ball up. They are making sure that first line of defense, we're stopping the ball so there's no, easy transition buckets. They're locking up. They're capable of switching and staying in front. And even if they do get under the screen, they're able to still stick with the body of the pick and roller and contest shots. That's all we've been asking for out of the team. And by them doing that, that's taking the pressure off of Julius and RJ to guard, the top wing players, and they could help and contest. And it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's go. 8 in a row. Let's go to the stats. I like to talk about the stats. Let's bring up the stats here. It wasn't a great statistical game for, the mid-3. But Brunson still came out with the 43, 7 for 16. I take that. He is shooting phenomenal from the three-point line now. Beforehand, we was questioning his three-point shots, but he's a great corner. He's a great wing perimeter. He's, on the wing, he can shoot the threes on the catch and shoot perfectly. When you realize when he's straight on, On the 3-point line, he's not necessarily going to make those shots unless it's a catch and shoot. If it's off the dribble, then he's going to miss. But when he's on the wing and on the side and in the corners, he's going to knock those down. So I'll take the 2 for 5, 40% for 3 any given Sunday. But then he's also getting to the line more frequent. 5 for 6, I'll take it. My Knicks as a team has been finally knocking down our free throws. They're free, guys. Knock them down. You know, we're 78.1. I'm a rounder guy, so we're going to round out to 80%. So during this win streak, we have been shooting close to 80% of free throw. That's all I ask. Free throw can help us win games going down the stretch. Appreciate that. Now, shooting over 42% from the three-pointer tonight. Three-pointers have not been our specialty, but when Grimes has it going, and he was 4 for 8, 50%, everybody else seems to kind of get the juices flowing. You know, RJ, Julius had horrible nights, 1 for 6, but at least it stayed at 6. Julius has a tendency, and RJ, to kind of bump it up when they're still missing. But it's good that Tibbs rested them a little bit. That's actually phenomenal. They rested. But Tibbs definitely disrespected by bringing in Suvi when we could have brought in Cam or or Rose, just to give the crowd something what they want. You know, even though I like Suvi, I think he can shoot the ball out and still play D. But all the counterparts, Miles stepped up today. 10 points from him. I think this is pretty much not his career high, but the season high for this year. Grimes, Quick, 6 for 10. Quick got his groove back. 60% from the field goal, 5 for 6 from 3, 80%, 5 for 5, 100% from the free throw. This is getting your groove back. This was a groove back game for Quick. And he put in that work. This was needed. So when you have that starting lineup rolling, then you bring in Quick and Miles and Hartenstein to play the way they played. Jericho Sims, you know what he's going to give you. That's Jumpman Sims. He's always going to be 100% when he, attacks the rack. 7 rebounds in 18 minutes. Like, weird. 57 boards. 33, right? 33 defensive. 14 offensive rebounds, guys. I believe the Knicks are second place in offensive rebounding. And we're, I believe, second also in points in the paint. And I believe we're in the top 5 in points, paint point percentage. That offensive boards, Mitch has been averaging double-figure rebounds in the last, I want to say, 6 games, excuse me. That's all I ask for Mitch. His points could be there. He can give you 8 and 9. I want it to be 10. I want him to average a double-double this year. But the fact that he's grabbing more defensive rebounds, look at the 5 offensive boards. That is just phenomenal. That's a key to why we're winning these games. It's our defense, our rebounding, and our assists. Even passing the ball, getting the movement. 27, that's great. Let's look at what we did against the Golden State Warriors. These are defending champs. Yes, they're going through a little slump right now. The Quentin Grimes comparison that I had with Klay Thompson. Klay only had 11 points tonight compared to Grimes 21. Brunson, Grimes got the win tonight. He got the win against the Klay Thompson battle. That's awesome. But he only played 26 minutes because there's the back-to-back. So, of course, a lot of their key players, once they realize we're getting blow up by 38, Steve did the right thing and benched his guys. But Draymond was a non-factor, even though he was 5 for 6 and had 7. Could easily went for a triple-double. But, Julius was going to play subpar defense because he wanted to get his buckets. But overall, they literally only had one player to score over 20. Everybody else just put in, they still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays over double figures. But I'll take that any day. And shooting 44%, which is below, probably around his average. But 2 for 8 for 3, which is below the percentage. It's defense. That's Tibbs. Ice defense. I'm with the ice this time. I'm totally with the ice defense. 100% with the ice defense. Why? Because look at this standard. 18 and 13 Guys, 3 weeks ago, I would have looked at our record and I was firing Tibbs. I was ready. I was calling Uncle West. I was calling everybody. Mills. Anybody I could get a hold on. Spike. Like, we got to do something. But 18-13, who knew? We're literally the hottest team in the East right now with 8. The closest is Brooklyn Nets with 6. We're rolling, guys. We're rolling. Keep this momentum going. Keep it, and I think we can. Why? Because we play Toronto. Toronto's 13-18. Still a good team, mind you. Still a good team. I don't need for us to lack and stop. Continue. Put the pressure on these teams. This is a stretch in the season, and we can look back that can define our placement for the playoffs. We don't want to leave no games to chance, no nothing. Oh, we could probably win it in April or, in March and February. No, win these games now. You got Toronto coming up. You beat the Bulls already, right? We beat Philly without Embiid earlier this year, but they're back. That Christmas game is going to be a pivotal game, guys. I expect us to literally go for this week. Because we already beat. I wanted to do that Sunday game count. No. So we beat the Pacers. That Sunday game don't count. So this week, we started off with the Warriors. Then we have the Raptors, Bulls. And the end of the week will be the Sixers. So I said we were going to beat the Warriors. We're going to beat the Raptors. We're going to beat the Bulls. But potentially we might lose that Christmas Sixer game to go 3-1. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. We go 4-0. I might have to give away some Knick gear. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to give away some Knick gear if we go 4-0 on this stretch. That's what we should be looking forward to. Definitely clutch game. Needed this for the team. The culture needed this. This was a morale win. Blowout 38 points. That's what I want to see from my Knicks. This aggression, this power. Tibbs commanding. Guys stepping up. Quickly stepping up. Brunson has been most improved. All-star. We're gonna have two players in the All-Star game. Julius and Brunson have to represent the Knicks in the All-Star game. I do not want to hear nothing else. Definitely. Raptors coming up on Wednesday, guys. Let's stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's a back-to-back. It's a back-to-back. I wonder where we're going to be. Are they going to be in Toronto? No, we're home. So these next couple games are home. Oh, we got a home stretch, guys. This is a home stretch. This is a home stretch. We're home. We got to bring it home. We have to go 4-0. We have to go 4-0. I'm set the bid in. I'm going to go on my FanDuel. Pretty much putting my bets already for the Knicks. Knicks got the over. But let's go. Knicks Nation, appreciate you rocking with me. Till Wednesday, let's do it again tomorrow night. Deuces.
You gon' do it if I say so. I'ma do it for the pesos. I fell in love with the bass load. I fell in love.